Welcome to another episode of What's the Word podcast. Top of the new year. Happy New Year to everyone. Your boy Dykeman Drew.
Bob, aka Fuck Outta Her, was good, the big homie.
Happy New Year to everyone that's tuning in. This is the first episode of season 2, and we got a special person on deck. Hopefully, the new co-host, as long as she likes the way things go. Young, smart, pretty woman that I feel will represent what we don't have on this show to give us a nice balance and a solid opinion, because she don't bite her tongue for anyone. So I'm gonna bring y'all the homie Shea Butter. You already know. Good day, young lady.
Hello.
What's good with you?
What's good, guys?
How you doing?
Fucking tired, but good.
This is going up in the top of the new year, so happy new year to everyone that is tuning in.
Word. It's been a hectic day for me because I'm getting ready for New Year's. So.
That's all right. You built for it. You got energy. We're going to get right to it. We're going to get to one of the topics that I've been dying to cover with a female, because I did an episode myself about this. And I'm really not with it, but it's about high maintenance men. You know what I mean? Like, I just think that certain dudes are doing way too much these days. You know, I'm much older, so you know I'm from a different era, but that's why I'm glad we can go over this with you, because you're this era. And what do you feel about that?
High maintenance, man. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If you're gonna be a high maintenance, like, you got to be able to talk and walk the same way. You can't just be high maintenance for one thing and then not be high maintenance for everything else, or expect your girl not to be on the same level. They just don't work like that. But I think guys personally be asking for too much.
Like what? Like, what do you mean?
I think they don't want to be old school as far as like how, you know, we were raised and what we see our parents doing, but then they want to be catered to as if like they pay everything in the household.
Got you. Wait,
hold on, but wait, what? Let's take a step back. What's your perspective of a high maintenance man?
I mean, to each his own. I don't judge it. If you high maintenance, you high maintenance all around. You can't just, for me, you can't be high maintenance in one subject. You just gotta act accordingly.
It gotta be balanced.
The whole shit, yeah. Because if not, it's like, what are you doing?
All right, so let me ask you a question. One of the main topics of that was dudes are wearing weaves now, whole hair units. You know what I mean? Canceled?
First of all, yeah, that's not even high maintenance. I don't even know. That's
expensive. Expensive.
Well, how much one of them go for?
From what I understand, the homie that I know that did it in the hood, it was over $1,000.
That shit better look real. Like, I yank your shit in bed and it is not coming off. We're not gonna have a McMeals instance where he yanked the girl's wave off and it came right off. No, and I wouldn't do that. I mean, if I see a dude from the hood, I could expect, like, not for nothing, a white guy to do it, because they be having like 2 strands.
Now I'm talking about hood, you know, Caesars and dreads and flat tops and all that. I'm not talking about toupees that, you know what I mean?
Like a double standard almost, because women are known for wearing wigs and we enhance our beauty.
Okay.
But nah, dog, nah. If you got no hair in the top, don't glue shit on it. Hold on.
Some people don't want to check out, because my thing is this. Let's say you, right? Let's say you're out somewhere with your homegirls and you meet a dude and you got a nice full head of hair, nice haircut, everything. And you start seeing him. And by the time it comes off, you're already feeling homey. Like, you know what I mean? Like, one day, you know,
I feel like you lied to me.
All right,
it's
but hold on.
It's like a dude wearing a hat.
Yeah.
Big ass dome. Yeah. He's wearing a hat. The whole time you're wearing a hat. You're not showing what you're working with out there. No. Take
all right, but these things you can get in the water and all that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, These
then he
things
needs
are
to keep
different.
that's a secret. Then he needs to keep that to himself. Like I should never know about that.
But now y'all feeling each other. You know what I
should
mean?
never know. That's something you keep to yourself.
So what
But
about if you fall
happens
in
when
love
you
with him?
find out?
Like
Like
you
one
in
day
love
you
with
in
him.
bed and he tells you,
That's
babe, I
catfishing.
want to tell you something,
Catfishing.
and he just, you know what I mean?
Catfishing. Catfishing. I wouldn't do it. You're gonna look. Oh no! You imagine he's gonna look older than what he
So
looks.
wait,
like.
come on. Let me get more extreme. What about if you to a point where you're engaged, and it's one of those secrets where that shit just came out the rabbit box? Like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know, you got people
It's
got pet
different.
peeves. Nah, people got pet peeves. No, unless you're gonna do
Even
like
if you feeling him already.
a transplant or some shit.
But he don't look bad bald.
LeBron needs to cut that shit off too, but he got a transplant. So I mean, if you're gonna do it that way, then I guess I'll be okay with it. But if it's some detachable shit, like we going on a trip with my group of friends, and you get in the water, but for some reason it's not like sticking to your head properly, and that shit come off, I'ma look crazy. It's like a dude walking around with a fake chain, and I know it's fake.
It's worse than that.
It's
worse than that.
It's the same thing. You know, female perspective is the same thing. Because you walking around flying this chain, you can't even get wet in the water. So, no.
So if the man weave is out, like you're not accepting that.
Nah, if anything, the only thing I'll probably accept, and it can't look too noticeable, is the whole spraying shit that they do now. That whole
Oh, the goatee with the
I'll deal with that.
All right.
Even
So
though
when
you're kind of nasty because you can't wash your head after that.
Yeah.
You gotta wait a couple of days. But I could deal with that. But
Carlos Boozer, bro.
not a whole wig. Not a whole wig. Leave that to me.
All right. So, and how about, because one thing that happened to me is I was back home and I ran into a friend of mine and he gave me a hug. And when I put my hand on his back, he had a faja on, like a man, like a one piece.
You kind of know it's about him, but we're not dropping names.
Who?
I said we're not dropping names.
Nah, I'm not doing that. Not to him. Not to him. I can't do that to him. Because from what I understand now, he's like crazy brolic and all that. So I might have got him in the process, but he had a full.
But then he got a faja. He's wearing a faja because he got his body done.
No, because he was fat and he was waiting to lose the weight.
So he's using like a sweat faja.
No, it was thick, like after surgery, like that we got two straps and it goes across your back. Because I saw it, like he had to be helped into it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, are you jacking that?
No, do that. Not us. You can't walk outside like that.
Yo, there's women that do it and men that do it though.
Oh, women will do it, but like we running errands because I do it. I got one on right now too.
Okay.
Errands, but I'm errands. I'm not wearing that to no club or to meet up with my friends. I'm literally going about and stuff. But man, to do that to hang out and then you got the audacity to give people hugs. Don't give me a hug. Dad,
so you wouldn't help your man get
doing that.
You wouldn't help your man get in and like.
I know. No, we just go to the gym. Let's just go to the gym. If you want to wear sweatband stuff, gym fine. But to wear that in public and then you out here giving pounds and a hug, and no.
I just think that they're doing too much. Like dudes getting lipo and all that. Like if you want to feel good about yourself, it is what it is. But I just think as a man, you gotta accept things at a certain point. Like you did it to yourself, man.
Now you see, like if a man is 600 pounds and then
That's
he
different.
moves his weight and then he needs to remove all that extra skin, granted.
Yeah, that's
But
different.
if you're not around that and you just lost a little bit of weight or you got a little male shit going on down there, don't wear no girdle around me.
Yeah, that's different.
Don't wear no lipo.
I can't see myself no matter how like.
It's like the DJ. What's his name? DJ.
Flex.
He was dead ass talking about it and posted it.
Yeah, he posted it. He did
I
lipo.
comment on his shit. I was like, he's gonna say his bullet wounds. I was like, he's definitely gonna say it's bullet wounds. I'm like, no. I'm like, stop playing. He's gonna delete that shit in like a year.
That's crazy, man. Like, I just think that's too much, man. I just think that's too much. I just wanted to get your perspective on that. Like, so a man weave is too much. Like, you're not jacking it.
I draw the line in the spray paint. The spray paint.
Got you.
That's it. If you got hair and you want to dye it, go ahead. But you don't got no hair, shave it off.
That's what I say.
For you. I'll clip it, no problem.
That's what I do.
That's what I say, man. There's certain things you gotta accept as a man. Like it is what it is. You know what I mean?
You can't do that. It's like I know it's a double standard. I know. And a lot of people are gonna have like, oh, but women do this and this and this and that. Nothing. It's kind of expected of a woman at this day and age. But from a dude, that's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
It's like you getting surgery. Oh my God. I know this one guy. He went and got abs. Done.
What?
No, I'm dead ass.
Yeah, they doing that.
He went
Wait,
and
how you
got
got abs?
done. And I asked him because I worked at a very famous gym here. I worked at Lifetime Fitness, and like big names are there, CEOs and stuff like that. So the guy had just moved from the UK, and he's like, New York got a lot of exotic women, blah blah blah. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then he's like, I'm so hype, I'm getting surgery. So I'm like, what are you getting done? And he's like, I'm getting abs. And I'm like, but he's like checking in at the gym. So I'm like, nigga, why don't you just go work out? But he's like, no, it's gonna take too long. I need to go get it done. So he came back. He got the abs, and like legit, it looked like abs. Like I felt it. It looked real, insane. So I was like, what was your reason? Like I always ask, like, what was your purpose of that? Like, is it because it's for you, or like? He's like, oh, because women don't like the way I look. So I was like,
that's just
like I felt bad. But then I was like, you know what? I get it. He's getting the same pressure as a woman, but I would never. Like if I know a dude got abs done, and you my man, and like we first of all, if you got your abs done and you didn't give me money to get my body done, we got a problem. You cannot be more high maintenance than me. And speaking of all, if you out here having abs like that, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't get it.
I just don't that don't register right to me. I'm old school when it comes to that. My dad got a beer belly. I'll stick with that. Like no.
No, I get it. I can't do it. I don't, like you said, if you're somebody that was extremely large and you did a transformation, but if you a dude that's like 20 pounds or 30 pounds overweight and you're just doing it to look like to fit in,
that nigga lazy.
I think that's whack.
Your skin's gonna stretch out and look ugly later on. Like,
yeah, eventually you can't undo time. Like
you cannot. Your skin is gonna stretch and look nasty.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a whole fact. Now let me ask you another question. Since I got you here today and we got your attention, what's your stance on the older men that want to still think? You know what I mean? Like they could still do it and hollering at women your age. How do you feel about that? Like, what are the requirements for that to be a go for somebody your age?
For me, if I was like into that like that,
yeah,
like because obviously men at that age, they already got like a family set up.
Some don't.
Majority of them do, and if they don't, they probably something's wrong with them. Like mentally, something's wrong with them. Because there's no way you that old and you don't got at least one kid or two, or a baby mama, or one or two of them. I don't know. I'm just saying. But in that case, for me, you gotta be able to provide a lot of shit that I want, not what I need, what I think, things that I want, and you gotta be like, you just gotta be about your shit in order to level me up the same way. Because if not, I'm not gonna date you.
Why not?
Joe, you see my family.
Yeah, I know.
Like bringing somebody close to my dad's age. What? somebody older than my cousin. And y'all know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What? They're gonna be like, what is he doing for you? He's flying you out? What is he doing?
He might have the spray hairline and the abs from DR. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I can't bring that to my family. That would probably be like some low-key shit. Like, I'll keep you around for when I need stuff, but I won't walk around in public with you. I won't even go to the restaurant. It gotta be, if we do go to a restaurant, it gotta be some low-key shit nobody know about.
Damn.
Yeah. I had this, literally, I can't you not, talking about this. I had this older Russian dude. I'm driving.
Yeah.
And he pulls up next to me. He sees me and he's like honking crazy, nonstop. So I'm looking, I'm thinking something's wrong with my car. So I pull my window down. I'm like, what's up? He's like, Jules, so beautiful, so beautiful. This and this and that. I'm like, oh, thank you. You know, I turn, I was making a left, and I turn, and he follows me. So I park my car, and he's still behind me.
Yeah.
So I'm behind my car, and I'm like, okay, I will either smack this dude or I don't know what's going on. So he's like, can I just bother you for a second? He's like, I'm a really busy man, blah, blah, blah. He drove a BMW 2021. It was a really nice car.
Yeah.
I know this because I'm into cars. I'm like, okay, he got a nice car. So I'm just there listening to what he has to say, not really entertaining him like that. And he's like, you're very beautiful. I can treat you well. Let me take care of you. And I'm like, no. And then he's like, just let me take care of you. So then I'm hearing him out, and I was like, let me see what he's talking about, because I was literally talking to my friends about getting the sugar daddy. So I was like, let me see what he's talking about. But then he has said, and this is one of the things that you can't, I guess, as an older man, you can't be this be sneaky, but don't be that sneaky. Don't get red flags. He made it look like red flags. He said, oh, when I call you, you answer. I'm going to call you blocked. So in my head, it's like, being blocked. Why you calling me blocked? Why you calling me private? Yeah. So he's like, when I call you, answer. He's like, if I call you 2 times, he's like, if I call you 2 times and you don't answer, that's it. And I was like, sweetie, you came after me. I didn't come after you. So if I don't answer your call those 2 times, if you interested, you gonna call 10 more times.
But not if he's paying out.
Still, this happened, and I had one of my best friends on FaceTime with me. I'm like, yo, listen to this shit. So she's there talking to me. So he's like, oh, can I see a picture of you? This and this and that. So I'm like, yo, what's your name? He didn't give his full. I know he didn't give his real name. He gave some dumb shit, Chucky. I'm like, Chucky. So he's like, what's your name? And I was like, oh, Maria.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not giving you my name, but whatever. So then he's like, oh, let me see pictures of you. Because he was trying to check me out with my coat on. And I was like, He's like, let me see a picture of you. So I'm an asshole. Because I know you want me now. So I show him one of the Instagram ones that I have in a swimsuit. And he's like, is it real? Oh, I treat you so well. I got buildings on 53rd Street. You can move over there. This and this, not like, yo, telling me everything. And I was like, yeah, this guy, I'm like, you either full of shit or you really about your shit, because no guy would talk on the first 5 minutes of meeting somebody. So then he was like, can I please get your number? So my best friend is like, go ahead, give it to him, but don't answer. I gave him my number. And I gave him a different name. Homeboy called me 15 times already.
But let me ask you a question. If it was that, for real, like he would put you up in a crib.
That would be great, but I think there'd be too much control there.
But what about we talking large money though? 10 stacks, 15 on a come up, yo. Like a month. But I want to see you.
I feel like if he was about that life, he would have gave me 10 racks when he met me.
Okay, but what about if he did?
No, if he did, then this is a different story. Then I'm like, I'm gonna entertain your ass. And I was getting my nails done. I went and I was like, yo, I'm on my way to get my nails done. Like, I gotta go. You would think he'd be like, yo, how much is your nails? I got you.
Yeah.
So that he could lure me in more. And I'd be like, okay, no problem. No, he didn't do that. So I was like, oh, you trash. I was like, yeah, go ahead. He's like, I'm gonna call you. Oh my God, you're so pretty. Natural. And then it's so funny about hair. He was like, this is your hair. I was like, no. He's like, no. And I was like, no, this is not my hair. And then he asked me if I had makeup on, and I didn't. And then he proceeded to touch my face to make sure that I didn't have makeup on. And I was like, nah, nigga, the only thing fake on me is my wig. Like, get out of my face. So he literally called me 15 times back to back.
He on it.
But it's all right. He ain't. We're not doing that.
All right. So let me ask you a question. There's a stereotype for men that when women hit a certain age and they not married or don't have kids, they're crazy. That's a fact. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
What age is that? No, I need because my birthday around the corner. What age is that?
That's anything after 25.
20, yeah, that's what I would say.
Anything after 25. Because let me tell you something. You know me since you was a little girl. I just had a baby. I'm making a year tomorrow. Hold on. I make a year tomorrow married, right?
Amen.
Yes, thank you. And my son just turned 1. So let's say 4 years ago, I was 40. no kids, mentally stable, good money. You know what I mean?
I don't know if you were mentally stable though. As per Shay, she said, I don't know if you were mentally stable because as per Shay, dudes over 28, 29,
But in this case, I said Drew must be fucking picky as hell if he hasn't.
And that's the whole thing. To me, listen,
that's a little crazy.
Listen, to me, my whole thing was this. To me, as a man, right? If I waited this long without a BM, I'm not gonna jump out the window to just say I have a kid.
Good.
And then my thing is, every time I met a woman, and there's no shade to anybody, but every time I met a woman, they have children, right? Which is expected once you get to a certain age of women that you're dating. So my thing is this. The red flag to me is I can't really see a woman taking me serious that can make all this time for me, and she got kids. Like, you can't want to wake up in my house. You can't want to wake up in my house on Christmas and be a mother. Because then I'm gonna look at you crazy. Like,
something's wrong there. So in that case, that something's going on, unless she has a good parenting thing going on with her baby daddy,
which is rare.
But you said a woman after 25 that don't have kids.
That it's considered rare. Where we come from, you can't say that it's not.
So that's why people call me crazy, because I'm about to be 29 and I don't got no kids.
No, I think more so. Yeah,
I dead ass hear that all the time. They're like, "Yo, what's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?"
Yo, fam, is weird. Shay, you can't act like that.
It's culture based though. In a Hispanic Latino household, is like you're programmed to have kids young. And start your family young instead of you focusing on your career and building that up first.
Yeah, but I think we broke that cycle. Like I'm much older than you, so I think when me and my cousins, we didn't start having babies super young, like my uncles did. You know what I mean?
True, but I mean, some people have said to me like something's wrong with you, and I'm like, no. What if I'm just not ready? For me personally, I have so much to give that I refuse to settle.
And if you're in a boat like that, you good. You can pick and choose, but that's not the average thing we're talking about. Keep it a buck. That's not the average woman.
I mean,
because at your
age, there's a type of way about this conversation because people be like, "Oh, Shayla's something wrong with you," and then other people like, "Yo, you doing it right. Do what you do." You don't have to yet.
I'm trying to tell you how we look at it. Like a girl, 29 years old, she don't got no kids, and she's not married. It's like, okay, this joint got to be crazy. Like, she probably got that 90-day thing. Like she expires. Like in the beginning, everything is a honeymoon. 90 days in, it's like, who are you?
I'm gonna have to ask my past relationship dudes to see what they say, because
I guarantee you 1 out of 3 will say that you're crazy.
Nah. So one guy said to me, I was crazy because I didn't act the way he wanted me to. Meaning because I wasn't coming out my face and like putting my hands on him. I was too normal for him. So for him, that was crazy.
Yeah, but he got something wrong. Like,
I'm like, you got some trauma shit you need to
but there's dudes that like drama. I got a bunch of friends that love that shit.
Yeah, I know a lot of guys like that shit. And me, I'm like, bro, I'm too cute for this to be stressed. I'll leave.
Yeah, no.
Like, I'd just rather leave instead. I'm not gonna deal with no nonsense. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna have to ask around. Maybe you could do a poll on this and see what people say, because I'm curious. I'm about to be 29 in almost a month and a half. I haven't yet. Well, I mean, damn, I haven't even been proposed to yet.
Ever?
No. I mean, it's been thought about.
You might be a little crazy.
But it hasn't happened.
You might be a little nuts. Like if you haven't been proposed to by 29, and this is only me saying this because like there's and I'm not even trying to sound mean, but there's certain women that you can get it. But I like you smart, you look good, you're young, you don't have any kids.
I don't think it's like crazy though. I think I just don't tolerate shit from people. I don't know.
I think you're a little crazy. If by now you haven't been proposed to, you got to be a little.
But define crazy though, because crazy is such a broad word.
That's what I'm saying. Like they got to be something
down. What exactly? And I'll be honest. I'll let you know now. I'm 7:30, and in this subject. But let's narrow it down.
Jealous? You a jealous woman?
No.
Nothing like unless obviously if something doesn't look right, then
if Shorty in front of my dude, like if she in front of me and she's trying and he's trying to diffuse it and it's not working, then I'll step in. But as far as if I'm not there and he like if he's doing some shit he's not supposed to do and I find out, I'm not jealous. I'm just address it how I need to address it.
And then that's what determined there's a thin line between sanity and crazy.
Yeah, but the way I address it is I just talk.
Okay, that's different then.
I got you. Yeah, so I don't be putting my hands on anybody or anything. I think one time I spazzed the fuck out, but I was very young.
It happens.
Yeah, it was. You know who it was, Bobby. I was very young. Drew, you probably do too because he played ball. Anyways, I was very, very young. I was high school into college. And I blacked out on homeboy. He's the only one that's seen me like really lose it.
Crazy.
That's it. After that, you cheat on me. That's your loss. I still have exes still like, yo, Shay, like tomorrow. Happy New Year's. I hope I see you in the new year. All that nonsense. I don't know. Give me another topic. Let's see. Give me another one that defines crazy.
You overprotective?
Overprotective, like what?
There's only one definition.
Yeah,
like,
you know you're overprotective.
Like when you gotta have overprotective, like what? You know that you a little.
No, wait, but like overprotective, like calling you all the time and stuff like that.
That's not overprotective.
Calling a check on somebody is not overprotective, but I think you're grown enough to know what overprotective.
I'm not overprotective. No.
Like coming into defense when somebody's talking bad about your man or always defending him.
No, that's not overprotective. Overprotective is always being on the
partner. If somebody talking shit about your dude, I'm gonna speak up, whether they right or wrong. And then later on, I'm gonna tell somebody like, "Yo, you fucked up." But in front of everybody else, you right. So if somebody's disagreeing,
absolutely, that's not even That's
overprotective. Overprotective, like.
Yeah, what's your perspective?
I don't know. Is it overprotective? Like you don't want him to go out with people. Like if you know the type of scene is gonna be, you like, I don't want you to go with that. Don't go. Trying to get him to not go.
You one of those?
No, I don't care about none of that.
So then, it's something that you doing that's crazy because those are things that people your age worry about. That whole social media. You stalk your man's social media. You get mad if he likes pics. Do you get mad if they like his pics?
Follow each other on Instagram right now.
Huh?
We don't follow each other on Instagram. But it's not my fault. He don't want to follow me. He gets jealous on my page. So
I was gonna say, because it's gonna get him.
I don't go under the comments like, let me see. No, I don't care. No.
Keep it a buck.
I really don't care. Listen, not for nothing. And this is what I tell him. I was like, I'm a good person. Like I do things genuinely and I care, right?
Yeah.
You want to fuck that up? That's on you. God is just showing me he's not the one. Shay, keep it moving. I don't dwell too much on people. Like maybe that was the young Shay, like didn't know nothing about relationship. But then you guys know the cousins I have.
Yeah,
I seen some shit that I'm not supposed to be. I seen it at a really young age. Therefore, I have an idea of how men operate.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm the person. I'm more, if anything, I guess you would say that's crazy. Is I'm very understanding.
Yeah, but it's crazy to think. But it's crazy to think you know how men operate based off what you see certain men do.
Facts.
I got friends too.
That's right though.
When it got from the tree, respectfully.
That's not true always.
I don't know. Listen, Drew, you a different breed. You know somebody like you, a little bit younger. Let me know.
Tell him call.
I seen a lot of shit growing up, and not only that. Now, I grew up in a household where my parents are still together, like 35 years. maybe that's another reason why I haven't like settled down, or maybe people calling me crazy and I'm turning 29, because I see how my dad treats my mother.
Mm-hmm.
And they got 4 kids together. Mm-hmm. So to me, it's like, if I have even a slight chance I could become somebody's baby moms and not somebody's wife, I'm just not entertaining you. We're not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep it pushing.
Yeah, that was my whole thing. I never wanted a baby mother. If it's not going to be a wife, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I don't want that. No, I'm good. I think people will say that I'm a little crazy because I'm too understanding. Like, for example, and this is true life, on and off in a long distance relationship for like about 6 years, or whatever the case may be. Long distance, we don't live in the same state, never have. We were beefing for a minute. For some reason, it was like we wasn't seeing eye to eye. We was arguing, blah, blah, blah. So he had went out and he slept with somebody.
A dude or a chick?
Huh?
A dude or a chick?
What do you mean?
You say slept with somebody, you never know.
The nigga slept with another dude. I'm gonna be crazy Biden because I'm gonna kill the motherfucker. By you straight.
Nah, go ahead. I ain't mean to.
Nah, so he slept with some girl. So how I ended up finding out, and this is why I say, man, y'all dig yourself into holes sometimes because y'all don't know how to lie. Mm-hmm. He was telling me about that same night how he almost got into a fight, and he's not a fighter. Mm-hmm. So he was like, "Oh, I was talking to these 3 girls." Blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, "Click, 3 girls." Didn't say nothing. I kept listening. Mm-hmm. He said, "Oh yeah, the guy thought I was trying to get at the girl, but I wasn't. I was just, talking to them." So I was like, "What you was talking about?" And he's like, "Nothing. We was just, talking." So I'm like, "Okay, cool." So then he was like, the guy came and tried to beat me up over this one girl. Long story short, I had a feeling he already did something. So I had just asked. I'm like, "Y'all keep it a buck," because I respect honesty over anything else. Mm-hmm. I was like, "Did you sleep with somebody that same night?" He didn't even answer the question. He said, "Oh, I gotta go. I gotta call. So he hung up. I ain't blowing up your phone. I already know you did it.
Yeah, that's it.
I already know you did it. And then you moving like that. So then he proceeds to text me and say, "Nah, I didn't." So I'm like, "You sure?" I'm like, "You could keep it a buck. Like, I get it. We've been beefing. You haven't seen me in like 3 weeks or so, close to a month. You probably in need of getting, busting a nut. It's cool. Let me know, Nah, I didn't do it. So I'm like, all right. I go with my gut feeling. Usually I am not wrong. So I'm like, I'm going to holler at you another time because you acting real funny. And I know what's up. When you're ready to be honest with me, we could talk. Mm-hmm. A whole 2 weeks went by. I didn't answer his call, nothing. Like, I didn't care. So then he finally calls me. He's like, "This is what we're going to be doing." I'm like, "I don't even know why you the one upset. You know what you did." I was like, "Are you going to be honest?" So he finally told me. He was like, "Yeah, it was that same night I was going to get jumped." So I was like, "It was one of them 3 girls." He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, okay." So I was like,
"How did you know to ask?"
Huh?
How did you know to ask?
Because the way he was talking about the story, and he kept saying these 3 girls, and I was like, "Well, do you know any of them?" He's like, "Nah, I didn't really know them like that. I met them through friends. One of them was checking me out." That's what he said. So I was like, "Okay," and he was like, "And I was pretty lit." So I was like, "Ding, ding, 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 ding." Nigga, you
so he basically dug his own grave for no reason.
It sounded like he wanted to get you jealous.
Almost, but see, I know how I look and I know how I am as a person and my personality. So it's like, it's not an issue for me to get somebody else. So if you want to play yourself, go ahead. So the thing that pissed me off from that, and maybe you could say that I'm crazy, is the fact that he lied. Mm-hmm. If you would have kept it a buck, like, "Yo, you know what, Shay? I fucked up. I needed," look, and he's calling me right now. I needed, he's calling me right now. I swear to you, he's calling me right now. He would have kept it a buck because I from the beginning I tell people, "Yo, I'm very understanding. Let me know your intentions from jump, so I know how to move, and you could do what you do in peace, and I will do what I do in peace."
But long distance, you really need that explained to you. You don't think that they would be?
Guys tend to not think. Like, certain guys don't think. So I lay it out on the table. And I'm like, "Yo, just keep it a buck. We're in a long distance relationship. You think I'm dumb? You probably done slept with mad bitches. I don't even know."
But that one time, how did you, like, what gave you the thought?
The conversation we was having about the event.
The what?
The conversation, because he was like, "Yo, I was really about to get jumped. This and this, not." He's not a fighter. He don't know how to, like. I don't.
So he brought the whole story up that buried himself.
Absolutely, 100%.
Oh, because
I'm trying to understand this. Like, he's stupid.
He said one of the girls was checking me out, but that's the thing. Women don't realize, and I hope a lot of women are listening to this. When a guy wants to talk about a story or whatever, let him talk. Listen, just listen, because he's gonna tell you indirectly. He's not even gonna notice he's telling you shit that's gonna raise like little flags in your head. Like people, oh, 3 girls. Oh, one of them was interested in you. Oh shit, you was lit. Yeah, you was with your boys too. They all single. Oh, okay, cool. Like them shits came up. So, and to me, and a lot of people say that, yo, you crazy for that because why you like that? I'm like, yo, just keep it a buck with me. Very simple.
That's a new type of dumb. Like I've never heard anybody that dumb in my life. Like he's gonna start a story that's gonna lead to him admitting to his shorty that he cheated on her when he didn't even have to talk about anything at all.
Yo, he's long distance.
So simple, like y'all was about to get jumped. We was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Bang.
Not even that. Even if he was about to get jumped, what are we talking about that for? What does my shorty have to do with that?
He kept bringing up the girls. Yo, so I was talking to these 3 girls, these 3 girls, and the girl, I'm like, yeah, something's up. I'm like, something's up.
But did you mess with him after that?
Oh, we didn't. Oh no, he had to kiss my ass for like 6 months after that.
But you did mess with him after that.
Oh, he's still like there. He's still in the picture.
So what did that do, if anything?
Oh, I mean, the trust we once had is not the same on my end.
All right. So what's the point when you don't trust somebody?
Because you still have, well, I'm not gonna lie, I still got feelings for him. So when you still got feelings for somebody, you're not gonna up and leave just cause you're gonna try to make it work, especially if they making an effort to switch shit around, which is what happened.
So he cheated long distance. It's not like it's a dude that you can you can drive and go see him and y'all sit down and talk about it. He's long distance and he cheated. And you still give him the benefit of the doubt. So then you really, really feeling this dude, because at this point, what is there left to prove if there's no trust?
No, there's trust. There's just not no naive trust. There's not going to be like, oh, I believe everything that's coming out of your mouth trust. It's going to be like,
you don't trust them.
I believe half of what you say, and then the rest is how you move.
But that's what I'm saying, Shay. You being, like you said, you know how you look, right? Okay. And you know what you bring to the table. Why get held up like that? I'm curious as a woman.
Because for a women's perspective, what I realized, unless a guy is going to be real discreet and lower his shit, 9 times out of 10, a man is going to get caught. And it's not about accepting the fact that he got caught or cheated. It's about if as a woman, we base it on every time we get cheated on, or every time, well, I'm gonna say cheated because I don't think anything else applies to that. Like if he cheated once that you know of as a woman, like if you know you got cheated once and you don't see it happening again, you're more likely to always have that in the back of your mind, but you're more likely to continue on because he's showing you different.
Yo, y'all crazy for real. You see, you just answered the question. You just answered the question. Go ahead.
But don't get me wrong. If I find out that he entertained, let alone talk, did something again after that, oh, it's a dub. No questions asked.
So you get 2 tries, not 1.
No. That's not really 2 tries.
Yes, it is.
Once.
That's 2 tries.
No, I guess you can put it like that.
You cheated. You never let you meet a dude. He's allowed to cheat once, kiss your ass for 6 months, but he can't cheat again.
No, I don't think you should cheat at all.
That's my point. Because if I'm with a chick, if we together, right, and you cheat 1 time, like the number after 0 before 2, 1 time, I'm done, fam. Because if I can't trust you, then it's not gonna ever be anything that the vibe is off.
Like double advocate. Drew, you're telling me you never cheated on somebody and kept going with them?
When I was wifed up, No, because I've only had 4 real wifeys ever in my life. Everything else was fair play. Most of the time, I was dating a chick that had a man. So if I'm doing me and you're doing you, that's really don't count. That don't count. The majority of the women.
Does the timeline count?
What do you mean?
So if it's the beginning, say you with somebody, I guess wifed up or whatever, and it's like the first 6 months or some shit like that, and you slip out.
As an adult, to me, what I've come to notice is the time you spend with somebody doesn't determine the type of relationship you're in. What you do with the time is going to determine the relationship. Right.
I get that. You're about
to say, so like, let's say you meet a dude, right? Your age, no kids, no nothing, and you bringing him around the family. Is because he's not just he's somebody that might be considered to be your man.
Right.
You're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? So it's different because you can meet somebody, be with them 6 months, and it just be fun. You can meet somebody and in 6 months love that person because of the time the things you have done in those 6 months.
Oh, that makes sense. I don't know. I guess you could say women are crazy for that, but I think this is, and I don't know if I speak for every woman, but then there's like, even for example, an older woman, because they might have a different perspective from me. At the end of the day, not for nothing, I'm young still.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a whole fact.
Being said, I don't got no ring on my finger.
Yeah.
So, although he got caught,
yeah,
well, he really needs to be asking himself, what has Shayla done that she hasn't gotten caught?
Nah, not really. You know why? Because if he's stepping out, he don't care what you're doing.
Then you'd be surprised.
No, it'll bother somebody.
The dude stepping out, whatever. But in this case, like me and the dude, it, from what I know, it occurred once. If it happens again, it's like, oh, now you a dub.
No, I hear that.
This was like, I'm not even trying to justify the whole shit because at the end of the day, he violated. Like, you should have never done it. And not only that, you lied because you got an opportunity to redeem yourself by just being honest.
Yeah. You
lied. And for me, that was, not that I didn't care about being cheated on. For me, you lying to me was the part that bothered me the most.
I hear you.
Because
let me ask you. Yeah, finish.
Go ahead.
Now I was gonna twist the subject for a quick tweak, but I want you to finish your sentence. You
said, no. For me, it's that. Like, if you insulting my intelligence by I'm giving you the opportunity to be honest, because it's not the norm for a guy. Like, I guess it's the norm for now. People say like, oh, if you get cheated once or whatever the case may be. But in this case, I understand we was long distance. And we were hella rocky to the point that like we wasn't just seeing eye to eye. So if you did do slip up and that was the one time, you could have just been honest about it.
You like him a lot. You like him a lot. Because you just called it a slip up. And you know what? You like him a lot.
I do. I'm not gonna lie.
You know him for 6 years.
If he does that again, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Or it's a dub.
So my question is, and I heard Shay say this the other day, and of course I hear a lot of girls in my past say it before. Long distance relationships versus something close. And Shay, I heard you say one of your relationships is probably this one. It was probably one of your best relationships being a long distance relationship. So, given the fact that you just stated all the facts that you're going through with your relationship, do you went through? All right. So do you still feel like this long distance relationship, it's it for you in your world compared to a close relationship?
No, to be honest, I hope they never hear this. But a part of me feel like long distance relationship for me is more of a convenience. It worked for me. So,
I know why. I'm a guess. Because you get to see him when you want. Because you get to see him when you want to see him.
Maybe. Yeah, I get to do whatever. Like, I get to fly out whenever I want, and is shit I don't gotta worry about. But no, I think it's a convenience because y'all know my family and how I was raised. They put the pressure on me to have kids and to start a family. and all this stuff. And he's actually looking to propose soon, actually, from what I was told.
Okay.
But for me, in seeing how a lot of people say you shouldn't learn from other people's experiences, and I do, because I have an older sister, got two kids by different people. When growing up, I pictured her to be the same way as my parents. So, and then having my cousins too have multiple kids by different people, and finding themselves and finding their partners after the math. To me, I always said, I'm like, that's not going to be me, and I'm not going to be pressured to having a kid or settle because my family wants that for me or because he wants that.
Gotcha.
So the long distance relationship for me is kind of a convenience because it gives me time to still work on myself, still accomplish my goals, so that when it comes to, yo, Shay, you moving out, you coming to where I'm at, what we doing? Like, I'm proposing, you gotta come. Then I could say I already did what I needed to do for Shayla. I focused on me. I didn't sit there and be like, oh, I've been with him for like 4 years now, last time. No, I did everything I needed to do so that later on in life, when I do decide to have kids, I love them and not feel like I have resentment issues towards him or my family because I didn't get to do what I needed to do for myself or experience me. Once you become a mother, is like is no longer you. Is your kids, your husband, then you. And you still gotta try to manage to look good because your body goes through some changes, and this is some mental shit a woman gotta work on. It's a lot that goes for a woman. So in hindsight, yeah, we fucking a little crazy because we gotta deal with so much shit. But I think for me, long distance was a convenience. If I had a nigga that was close, you coming over, oh, let's live together. Oh,
live together.
I'm pulling up and it's like, what? Oh, gotta clean after him or cook. Nigga, don't nobody want to cook for you. Like, so that's where I'm at right now. Like, whenever me and him are in the same place, and if I want to cook, for example, I whip it up. But I don't see him often, so it's like, all right, I don't gotta do half the shit that another girl would do. So
that's what I'm saying. That's one of the main conveniences on long distance. Is
it works for me. It works,
and it gives you time to miss each other. You know what I'm saying?
I like my space.
Yeah.
Like, if I have to live with a dude, and I tried it, hated it. I had to live with a dude. I couldn't even take a shit in peace.
Oh man.
Like, he was fucking. I remember what I did once. I was living with him and I had to use the bathroom. And like, as adults, as human beings, scratch adults, as human beings, you need your alone time.
Facts.
You need your alone time. So my alone time would be me in the bathroom, releasing my demons.
Yeah.
And relaxing. No. The door open, talking to me. What are you doing? Like,
oh nah, I'm not even one of those. I was
like, you couldn't wait till I get out the bathroom. He's like, but I want to stand here, and I'm like,
nah.
No.
Oh man, you were dating a chick.
You wanted to smell your shit.
You were dating a chick.
That's another conversation because I got stories on that nigga too. But
oh no,
no.
Fam, if anybody in my house is using the bathroom, I go to the next floor.
And I don't know. You see, and the thing is, again, it's society, because when a guy is using the bathroom and homegirl got trust issues, she's like, why are you locking the door? Like, I think that shit is so dumb.
Because she thinks he's beating his meat.
What are you doing? Like, leave that man do what he do in the bathroom by himself. Like, why you need, nah, the doors is locked. Why the door is locked? And I'm like, yo, and then this is where I say, what do you mean by crazy? Because that's not some shit I do.
Yo, there's women that smell their man's junk when he comes through the door. Like, I have friends. I
don't do all of that. I'm out.
Yeah, I have friends that they will come home and their wife will smell their meat.
If I have to do any of that, I'm out. The only thing
that's some
Dominican. I noticed and I don't with you is the bathroom.
That what?
If you doing something, I'm gonna find out through your bathroom.
What do you mean?
I don't have to look through the garbage can or nothing. You, like me, for example, I change my hair a lot, right? So, and this is how I found out once that I was getting played badly. I didn't know, but I was getting played badly. I saw different hair types in the bathroom. Nigga had no siblings, no female cousins that I met, nothing. No.
Somebody set him up. Somebody set him up.
Like, whose hair is this? And the hair was red. So it had to be either some bitch with a weave or I don't know. What are you talking about? That's your hair. No, it's not. I've never wore red hair ever. Come to find out, though, he had a whole white chick I didn't even know about. So that's the only thing. But I wouldn't be knocking on people. Why the door is locked?
No.
I need my space. I need my space. Go do something with yourself.
That's obsessive, man. Like I can't.
I'm not a woman. I'm not like that. So if I'm crazy for not being like that, then I'm fucking certified legit crazy. Because
so are you a dry chick?
Hmm?
Are you a dry chick?
Dry like what?
Like affectionate wise. Like if you're dry, that's another thing that dudes be like, yo, this like what's up with you, yo?
This is the thing. I ain't dry. Oh, we can get into this topic. I be doing the most because I do so much research, and like my homegirls, they all older than me, so they be giving me like, Shay, do this, try this, see if you like that. And I'm like in that department, I'll try things even if I don't like it, and I know you like it. I'll take the L. I'll do it. I'll be in pain for a little bit. I'll do this just to like spice it up because for me, I mean, men, you guys like, y'all see women and if it's an attractive woman, y'all not thinking about her mind, y'all thinking about how her body look. So for me in a relationship, I want to do everything you want to do to keep you like, oh, my girl is very much invested in what I want to do, this and this and that. I go above and beyond.
That's smart.
I'm like, yo, I can't even tell my homegirls about this shit.
Yeah.
But I do that. So no nigga can say that, oh, Shayla lack this.
Yeah.
The only way I'm not being affectionate with you is if you fucking up my energy. Like I tell people, don't be bringing me stress. Be my peace. If you want to be part of my life, then you get whatever you want out of me. But that's it. But I'm affectionate, so I don't know. I don't like it now. I haven't heard no complaints in that department.
So then your crazy trait is something that only someone that deals with you could see.
I think my mood be up and down.
Okay, you bipolar.
My mood. My energy is always positive, but if I'm hungry, or if you wake me up too early,
ooh,
what are you doing? And I know I don't gotta be up early. So it's like, what are you doing, sir? I will look at you like, and if you're like, oh, wake up because I'm up. Are you crazy? Go run, go do something, like stuff like that. But
that's normal.
That's the only thing that the guy could say. They're like, yo, I can't read her. Like they'll say, I can't read her. I don't know. And I'll only if you know me. Very few people know me. They know that I can sit down on a couch and look serious.
Mm-hmm.
People would think I'm mad as hell, and I'm not. I be chilling. And they'll be like, nah, Shayla's just chilling. And they're like, nah, she mad though. Or if I'm in a setting like tomorrow, I'm gonna be in Miami. I'm gonna be around people I don't know.
Yeah.
So off the bat, if you know me, I'm gonna have a stank face, especially if I don't know nobody. And it's COVID. I don't want to be around you anyways. So I'm already gonna be on my little shit. So for a fact, tomorrow, you okay? Are you having a good time? Yeah, I'm fine. Like I'm just
so distancing.
Yeah, I'm fine. But to that will probably be the guy like, yo, I can't read her. I don't know what's on her mind. Or they'll say
be like that.
Or if they do something fucked up to me and I take it like with a grain of salt, I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. And they expect me to like scream, slam stuff on the floor because men be expecting that out of women. Like when you do some shit that you're not supposed to do. I don't do any of that. I do the opposite. I just chill. I'm like, oh, okay. And I'll literally say, do you want to go get something to eat? And you be like,
yeah.
That's why they think you crazy.
That's why I don't do it. And I legit, and I would tell you, yo, what you think, how you think I'm gonna react, I'm gonna do the opposite. Like I will tell you that. And what do you mean? I'm like, all right, you'll just wait and see. I'm like, because then when I really spaz out, You're not talking to Shay no more. You talking to I don't know who.
The demon.
So I don't do that because I don't like the way I don't like that side of me. So I just tell them like, yo, or if I tell you, if a guy pisses me off to the point, I'm like, and I'm very calm, and I'm like, yo, leave me the fuck. I'm like, yo, honestly, fulanito, whoever it is, I'm like, I'm gonna holler at you later, and I'm very calm about it. Just leave me alone, because that's the side that you're like, oh shit, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna call you later. I'm about to do something. I'm gonna call you later, and if you don't leave me alone, it's a wrap. But if you leave me alone, then you know, like. All right, Shayla about to be on some different type of time, and I'll be chill. I'll call you later on. Like, you want to go to eat? Let's go eat.
But yeah, and that's when he probably thinks that you're gonna poison him because you're so calm.
Nah, we're gonna go eat in public. I'm gonna poison you.
Easy. If he gets up to go to the
if I'm cooking. I'll put some laxatives in your shit. You won't be shitting for days.
All right. This is my last question to you. I ain't gonna hold you up too long. Now, the huge misconception that I feel is just like passed on, right? Mm-hmm. Women expect dudes to have a lot more than they do, right? Just for them to be considered to be able to like, okay, I would talk to him. And I feel that if the woman on her own is good money, then I can understand that. Like, it's expected, you know, people should have certain morals and principles that they follow if they respect themselves. But there's a lot of these joints that just, you know what I mean? All they have to offer is Section 8 and a fake butt. Like, but they want dudes that, you know what I'm saying? Like, they want dudes that's out of here with 401k plans and their rent.
That bitch better have 401k too and life insurance. What you think?
Who?
I said, but girls like that. I say you wasn't raised right. That stems from how you was raised, and I swear to God, because no woman in their right mind is gonna want a dude to have more, and she's not putting up half of that, or be able to hold him down if the tables were turned. Feel me?
Yeah. So
I don't socialize myself. Quite frankly, all my friends and homegirls, like, they self-made girls. Mm-hmm. So I don't even got friends like that depend on a dude for the shit like that. No. If anything, I think if a woman is like that and you know you like that, leave that man alone. You gonna make him leave him alone because you looking for a come up, and that is not the way. No.
So there's because listen, where we from, that's the norm, yo. Like, I see it all the time. And I'm like, you was just dating a dude that makes $300 a week selling weed, and because he can pay your $90 rent, now you deserve a dude that makes $100,000. You got 4 kids that none of them have the same last names. No, I'm just saying in general. I'm not speaking.
In this case, the nigga is stupid as fuck, and he dealing with a girl like that.
Yo, it's just that the surgeons in DR make superheroes out of these women, and the dudes that huh?
No.
That's how they lure them in, yo.
Yeah. So you telling me the Tatianas get cuffed up over their bodies?
That's
100%. They have like 2-3 kids.
That's 100% fact.
Where? Because then I'm in the wrong category. I need to do something. What, I gotta get my breast done to get that stuff every year?
I'm not. I don't like none of that stuff.
I don't like it either. But I'm saying, how is it that the sane woman is dealing with bullshit niggas, and then niggas because of body? The man is dumb. He's dumb if he's focused on her body.
Yo, you know how there's tons of people winning with their surgeons uptown that are talking to dudes that would have never talked to them pre-surgery and then post-surgery. And I think dudes are bugging that love all that because
but I think it's more of it's a misogynistic trait they have, men, because those women end up being replaceable.
Always.
So you both of them are not winning. She's not winning, and he isn't either. The only way she's gonna be winning is if she has a kid by him and then child support. Bang.
And he's hit.
And if the nigga is smart, he probably faking his whole tax, and you don't even gotta pay a dime for your kid if you smart. But I think that's a misogynistic like trait amongst men, because men are constantly looking at other, like the next big thing. Oh, she's younger, she's prettier. Let me go for that. Oh, I see her out all the time. Let me go for that, even though you shouldn't go for that one.
That's a fact, yo.
It's true, but that's a thing amongst, like, if they have that tigueraje mindset, is like, yeah, I'm gonna get her, and then bring her around all my boys, and it's like, yeah, she bad, and it is a competition between boys. Like, now I'm gonna bring this girl, and we all having a competition whose girl is better.
Yeah. They all got the same doctor. They look like iRobot.
Them bitches don't know how to do nothing but spaghetti.
Yeah, that's it, from the can.
It's fucking Chef Boyardee and shit. They don't even know how to do shit from scratch. So I don't know. I despise men like that, but women are no better. I think equally there's men and women that, quite honestly, it just stems down to them not working on themselves.
Yeah, and settling. So
you settle for what you know, and if you grew up in a household like that, you don't think there's nothing wrong with it because that's all you know.
It's normal. Yep, absolutely.
So it takes like people to just be honest with themselves in order to elevate and then get better. Cause
no, that's a whole fact.
Like I would never, like, for example, I would never deal with like a drug dealer.
Got you. Why not?
The only way I'm dealing with a drug dealer is if he don't tell me and he has like properties and shit, and I just don't know.
Well, why not?
But a dude that just be in the corner, that I know you at the corner, like I know you to be at the corner all day, and if I call you in the corner, like I could pull up on you in the corner, I would never date you. Ever.
Why?
No.
And they still bring the bag?
No.
A lot?
No, because if you one of the niggas that bring in the bag, then that means you're not in the corner. That means you are supplying something. That means your ass is getting watched by the feds or NYPD or something.
You sound like you know more than the drug. You know more than them.
No, it's true though. I mean, if it's something what you should learn is watching TV. You get watched when you get a certain time of money, and then you can't even spend that money the way you want to because you're gonna get watched. Mm-hmm. You gotta spend under $10,000 because if not, IRS is gonna be on your case, and you never worked a day in your life. So how the fuck you making 10 racks? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like it's like that. So that means if you're getting watched, I start associating myself with you, then I get watched. And I'm working hard for my money every day. No, not to mention everybody and their mother know who my family is. What I look like dealing with a drug dealer that then my family probably brought something off of them. You get what I'm? No.
Yeah.
I'm good. Then if you go to jail, you think I'm gonna go visit you, honey?
You got to take them up north trips. What do you mean?
What? What?
Honey, no. One of my boys now, he's doing time. And the only reason why I communicate with him is because I've known him for years.
Yeah.
I told him, I was like, yo, I will just message you, if you need money, which you don't need my money because you got it all handled. I'll help you out, whatever the case may be, but I would never visit you. Like, I would never do that. I would never step foot in a jail. Gotcha. I've never even been arrested.
Good for you.
People look at me and they're like, oh, she must have had something. No, I've never been arrested. So deal with a drug dealer from the corner and then get caught in your shit. And if I don't know you like that, you the type to put my name in it, like, oh, now she knew about every operation. That's how bitches be
taking L's.
Taking L for a nigga that they don't.
You watching too much Power.
You can stay out of jail.
You watching too much Power, Shay.
Yeah, I watch Power and I freaking watch Housewives of New Jersey because them bitches is all mobsters and some of them did time. No. And if you read the Zane books too, listen, I learn.
Zane. She took it back.
You learn if a woman is smart, she catches on to all of that. No,
you definitely know.
They'll know who I am. They'll call me like, yo, Shay was good, but other than that, no. I don't want no parts.
So no drug dealers, no man weaves, and no fajas.
No, no fajas. If you want me to be a side piece.
So let me ask you a question. Your long distance boo, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say he tells you, I want you to come down after the new year. I got a surprise for you, right? Mm-hmm. And you come down, and he gets on one knee, and he pulls out this rock that is it. You understand? And you like, oh my God, you're crying and all that.
I will be like,
you release your bodily fluids, and then all of a sudden,
nigga said bodily fluids.
Baby, I got one more thing to tell you. And you say, what is that, my love? Because now that's it. Now he's in a different, you know what I mean? He goes like that. Boom. And he's straight, the straight calvo. It will be off. Keep it a buck, Shay.
He cheated. He lied.
Keep it a buck, Shay. He cheated and you accepted it. So the hair should be light. What?
That's too much lying.
After the ring? And it's a rock? Like, it's valid? Like,
you lying to me about your hair.
Because now he's ready to spend the rest of his life with you. He didn't know if he was ready to let you in on the secret because you could have been out of here at any time. Now he knows that he wants to spend the rest of his life with you and live with you, have you full time. Now I gotta tell her.
You had me based on how you look and stuff like that. You can't just.
Nah, it will be off.
It's just hair, though. Y'all can work that out.
Ni hair. Si fuera pelo solamente, he would never have a fucking wig. Y tú?
Shay, it will be off, Shay. Keep it a buck.
Yes, I'll be like, oh no, what's going on?
What?
So you rather have him fuck around
right now, son.
I'd rather fuck around on you. Why can't I just be with an honest nigga that don't wear shit like that? Why?
I'm just asking a question. If you was to say now,
you rather ask you the question. The table's turned.
Go ahead.
So if you're shorty, right?
Yep.
Because y'all about to make a year, right? She has
married. Married.
You got to play with her.
Yeah.
Married.
Yep.
If she could detach her butt, let's say, tomorrow, and detach her boobs and show you like the B cup, small shit. And she take her hair.
Ooh,
Fuck it, the eyebrows too. Let's just add that because bitches be throwing their shit on. If they take it all like that, she show you got no fucking eyebrows, looking like Whoopi Goldberg.
Yep.
You gonna stay?
Now married with my son, yes.
And she deceived you, like you saw her ass, and you're like, yeah,
she could stay there.
She got beautiful hair.
You know what the advantage is to this?
Okay.
We've known each other 16 years, so I know all that shit is real. And I've never been a fan of big boobs, so it don't matter. But no, if it was to all come off, this far in, I'm not going nowhere. I love my son more than anything in the world, and the only
you love your son or because you love her?
No, I love her. Like, I love her, but if I was to find out right now, like you said, I go upstairs and she'd be like, yo, babe, look, check it out. I want to tell you. And she takes her ass off and she puts it on the table. She takes her titties off and puts them on the table right next to it.
And like,
and got a baldy. I'm hit, Shay. I'm hit. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to keep it about.
You said you hit?
I'm hit. I'm stuck with a bald woman with no ass and tits for the rest of my life.
I'm out. If my wife get fat, I'm out.
I waited long enough.
Nah, if my wife get fat, I'm out. Straight up.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Wait. Do we have right now? Hold up.
Your mouth,
wait.
100%, and she know that.
Your wife has 2 kids by you.
And so she's still
wait. And she has a third, right? Let's say she has a third, and she had a complication where she gained so much weight, and afterwards, it's very difficult for her to lose it. You're out.
Well, that's different. That's a circumstance. That's something.
Why? She's bad. She can't get rid of it now.
Because that's an issue that comes about after a third kid. Now, if you're telling me, that's what you said, right? Let me understand your question. You're saying
no. That's my question. But if she gets fat
like disease, right? Like
so what if it was a health complication and she got fat? What if it's a health complication? It wasn't a health complication. She just get fat because she had your third kid. She gave you 3 kids.
So
she just gets fat, Bob.
She just gets fat. That's it. It's not
So
about.
let me break it down. Let me break down with you. My wife is a 3rd-degree black belt. She's been in shape all her life.
We're not talking about her being the Karate Kid.
No, but we're talking about my wife. No, you're right.
You can't say that.
No, we're talking about my wife and how I look at it from my perspective. I got values, bro. Like before I got my wife and I got her pregnant. Well, not probably before I got her pregnant, but when I sat down with my wife, I knew what values I wanted, and I stayed with them.
That's what you said, bitch. You better maintain your weight after you give me kids.
Yeah, 100%.
You capping.
100%. And if you look at my wife right now, she's slim.
Nah, she fire. She don't even look like
she got 2 kids. And you know, if we have a 3rd kid, I don't think she likes to be fat. You know what I mean? And
no, absolutely. Your wife is active and she does stuff to not be fat. But it's crazy that you said if my wife gets fat, I'm out.
And we can reverse it too. I look at it from that side too. Like I wouldn't even be mad at her if she looked at me and I got fat and she wanted to move on. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to her. You know,
so
what I mean?
What was her criteria? I'm curious. She told you can't get fat neither.
Nah, my wife, she's not out. She don't talk much.
Yo, he dead ass said she can't get fat. What? If a nigga tell me that, I give you kids.
Hey, listen. All I know is that
did you not see my mom? Of course, I'm gonna gain weight. What? Yo, that's wrong.
It's all mental, Shay. It's all mental, Shay. You make your own choices. If you have 3 kids and you want to stay fat, that's on you. That ain't on nobody else.
Now that's a fact, because after my wife gave birth, by the time my son was 6 months old, she didn't look like she had a baby.
Yo, pero she's a 28-year-old.
No, she's not 28 years old. She's 33.
So 28. Okay, 28. Snapback game is real.
Real.
Yeah. No, that's her first kid?
Nah, her second.
Oh, nah. Then she probably was like, nah, I'm not losing. I'm gonna lose this weight.
Right away.
But Bobby, I think it was the way you said it, dogs, because that shit.
No. And you're right. No, you're 100% right. I set it off like a dick, and it don't come off any other way you said it. It don't come off any other way you say it, like a dick.
So then a woman is not wrong if she tells, like, if a dude is, let's say he gained weight, or if he's too skinny, and she's like, nah, you gotta lose weight, or I need you to gain. He shouldn't feel no type of way.
Nope.
If they didn't sit down and talk about their values and what they wanted in each other before they started the relationship,
oh my God, what other shit you asked for? Because I'm curious now.
I gained weight and she wants me like this, and I want to lose weight because I'm like, yo, I'm older. How I look walking around with a mommy and I'm old? No, I'm not doing that. No way. So that motivates me. I'm like, no way. I'm not dropping the ball on this one. Like, there's no way.
Reverse psychology on your ass. She's like, you know what? I already chopped your ass. Go ahead, gain a little weight, boo.
Yeah, nah, I ain't with that.
Like, don't look at you now. Get a little.
We ain't jacking that one. We good, right?
Yo, that's crazy. Nah, I mean,
but if you think about it, if you think about it as a person, humanity, as a human being, yo, you know, whether you work out or not, I'm not, you know, I'm not against anybody that doesn't work out. You know, it is what it is, but you should work out for the rest of your life. It's
absolutely.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like you should move every day. You should get the blood flowing and the heart moving. And if that happens, you're burning fat, and you know, you stay skinny.
I just don't burn enough fat.
Get out of here.
I do forklifts. You know what I'm saying? I walk the dogs.
For me, a fear, like not for nothing. That's another reason why I don't have kids yet, or whatever the case may be, is because I'm so scared of like my body just. Like I know I'll probably snap back, but I'll definitely like in my hips area and stuff, I will be bigger. And no matter what, that will not go nowhere because of genetics. Like, so for me, I'm like, do I really want to have kids? A part of me doesn't, to be honest with you.
You just gotta eat right, is what I learned from watching my wife.
I eat right.
I'm saying because when you're pregnant, you want all types of weird things. You can't go crazy.
However, but if genetics plays a factor into it, it's kind of difficult for you to maintain the body that you once had prior to conceiving a child.
No, your same body, no. But if you're responsible enough with your intake, you don't have to be washed up either.
Oh no, I'm gonna wait a couple of years. I told my mom I'll give a kid in like 2-3 years.
Shay, just a heads up. It's always the second child, so you good on the first one. Trust me, it's always the second child.
My wife said the same thing.
Yeah, it hit my wife hard. You know what I mean? She a tiny fat little bit.
So you're telling me I just gotta have one kid,
and that's it. Run.
But if you have C-section, you the MVP because your box don't change and you can just keep popping them out.
Honestly, I heard about that and I'm like, yo, I wouldn't even be mad if I have a C-section. Like when
your husband won't be mad.
I hope he won't be mad. Now I don't gotta use my mouth. We good.
You straight.
Listen, I don't know. All that shit got me freaked out. I don't know about kids, babies, and stuff. Yeah, no. You know what I'm saying?
One and done for me. I'm not having any more. I'm good. I waited this long.
Yeah, mi modo. You're gonna have another one too. Yeah, you're gonna be like, who is it that has an old?
I'm 44, my nigga. I'm not 64.
No, but that's it. By the time you're 60, your kid is gonna be like 20. What?
That's okay. That's all right. That's great. You know why? Because if I would have had a kid when I was 24, I would have missed too much of what I needed to be around for being 24 when I was 24. At 44, I got the patience, the time, and the mental capacity to be the best possible father that I could have ever been. Because in my 20s, I would have sucked. In my 30s, I would have sucked because I would have had a BM. I wouldn't have had a wife. I would have had a woman that I would have been spending 8 days a month with my kids, which is only weekends. And I never wanted that. So it was like, if I'm not going to have the family, the whole thing, then I'm not touching it.
See? So you can't say that I'm crazy because I want the same thing.
No, absolutely not. But it's different with men and women, though.
It's not different because it's just the same. I want the same thing for my kid. I want to grow up in the same household.
That's absolutely fact. Like, I don't care. No. Yeah. What I'm saying is that from what I've witnessed, that a woman would want that aspect of life sooner than a man will.
But that's because of society, though, Drew.
I'm just thinking that women get their mind right sooner. I'm giving
that is bullshit. That is a lie. That is pure pressure. My mom talks about kids with me damn near every day. Any chance she get. The other day, I had told my little sister because she went and brought my nephew a Lego set. Mm-hmm. I was like, no, bitch, don't ever think about buying some shit like that for my kid when it was my turn. I couldn't even finish the part when it was my turn. My mom was like, kids, I thought they were una niña. That's my Christmas gift. You're gonna have a kid. Yo, hysterical. And I'm like, Mom, when is my turn?
Yeah.
She's like, what are you You're turning 30. I'm like, Mom, I'm turning 29. She's like, hey, same difference, no importa. She's like, your sister can't have no more kids. What are you waiting for? This is every day. Even my father, he said, Shayla, don't even want a husband no more. And he's like, we own daycares. Just have them. Don't worry about the education. It's free. That's what he told me. I'm like, no way.
That's your mother talking your pop's ear.
Mom and my dad. He said,
"You're just ahead to have one."
He's like, "What daycare you want to put them in? You got a choice." I'm like, "Oh no!" I was like, "I need to get out of here because y'all."
I think you're doing it the right way because having a baby when you're like older, you're wiser and you're not gonna make a lot of the mistakes that you would have made being a young mom.
I don't think I'm gonna make the same. I won't make some of the mistakes my parents did with me. Granted, I think parents automatically make mistakes with their kids because it's new and you're learning and you trying so hard not to be the way your parents were that you're gonna have new fuck ups that you're gonna do your kids.
Absolutely.
However, I think what determines how well of a parent you are is how your kid ends up being when they're adults.
I don't agree.
I think so.
Nah, I don't think so.
I think so. I think because if you send the more like if it's the where I'm going with this, I think if you set the like morals and things they shouldn't settle for when you're younger, there's certain things that through experience you won't even have to go through because you already have been prepped to stay away from certain things. Like
for certain people, yeah.
Now, after a certain age, if you decide you want to be a fuck up because you want to be a fuck up,
that's what I'm saying.
It to a certain extent is on you.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like if you give your kid the proper foundation when they are young, they're least likely to be fuck ups.
Yeah, that's what you pray for. Because my concept is this: you take what you didn't like, what your parents did with you, and you don't apply it. You take what you did like, which is principles, morals, and stuff. You apply that. Now with the generational gap, there's gonna be different ways that we approach parenting than our parents did. You feel me? But my thing is, I agree with you because what you do is you're setting your kids up, right? But you got to also understand, we only have control as parents up to a certain age.
Yeah, that's true.
No, that's when you got to pray that the good stuff you taught them, they apply. Because 9 times out of 10,
if you teach them the right things and they end up being like decent human beings, then you can pat yourself on the back.
Yeah, but the what I'm saying is that the path may be different. Let's say for me, for example, my mom, right? My mom was a square, super square, my whole life, no calle, no nothing. She worked since she was 13 years old and went to school, college degrees and everything. I came out a lot different. I was more callejero, in the clubs and running around and all that stuff.
But I think you did good because you don't got no baby mama, see?
But yeah, in the long run, yes. In the long run,
something went good.
It snapped. Yeah. That's
what I mean. At least you could go and say, like, have tea with her girlfriends and be like, "Well, my son don't got no baby mama. My son got a."
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
That to them is an accomplishment.
Yeah, but some don't apply it, is what I'm saying. Some will and some won't. So I just think that it's the individuals and less on the parents, because you can have 3 kids grow up in the same house with the same everything, same examples, same principles, same morals, and that all 3 of them can turn out different.
Now, that's a fact, because all 4 of us are here different. However,
you feel me?
One thing that my parents, I guess, they would be proud of, I would think, is that we all independent. Like, self-made. We know how to make shit happen for ourselves.
Absolutely.
But other than that, something they proud of, and I know that I could say that it's like, you know what? All my kids are independent. They all got their own money. They all doing what they need to do at a much younger age than I did it. So that's what I mean. Like, it's not gonna be everything, but it's gonna be certain things that you're gonna be like, yo, I'm proud of my kid. And I think that is like, I did something right. So for me, like, since I'm a little selfish with myself and I'm traveling and shit, I don't want to have kids yet. And to be honest with you, I know a lot of people at my age already like had like 5 abortions, this and that. No, I cannot say that. I do not relate. I don't know none of that. I cannot say that happened to me.
Good for you. You play defense.
Like, no, I've never dealt with none of that.
Play defense.
That's good. You used to.
I know some women that have like 10, and I'm like, is it like every time you have an abortion or some shit like that, you putting yourself at risk not to have anymore?
Yeah, less likely. You might as well throw her shit away.
So when I hear, and then I hear like young girls, like 19-year-olds, 18-year-olds having abortions, and I'm like,
that's crazy.
That I swear to you, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
What's going on? So a lot of people will look at me and be like, yeah, she probably, somebody try to trap her. This and this. Nah, I can't say that. I can't say that I've been through any of that.
You play defense.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of that, on this last note, you used to hoop.
Right.
When I met you was a basketball chick.
I missed it.
you was a basketball chick. Let me get your prediction. Let me get a couple predictions from you for this NBA season.
I haven't been following like that, but let's go. Let's see.
Who do you think is winning the NBA championship this year?
Don't answer that question. don't. Shay, don't.
What team?
You used to hoop, son.
Can we not do that? Can we just say who will make it to the playoffs at least?
Who do you? Okay, so what are your favorite teams? Who do you think got the best shot?
I think the Nets will make it to the playoffs.
Who else?
Oh, Golden State.
No way.
I think so.
They won't make the playoffs.
I think they will make it to the playoffs.
Nah. The pick who's gonna win it.
I don't know. I think honestly, the only team I've really been following, and it's just because there's been a lot of controversy with them, is the Nets.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the Lakers.
Yeah, the Lakers is you see, that's not.
No, what?
We can't even speak about the Lakers because we know who's on that team.
And
nigga's out for everybody's neck. He's out for it, especially because of the whole situation that happened this year alone with rest in peace, Kobe. He's gonna go in. He's gonna do anything in his power to win.
But however, you got the Nets to win it though. You got the Nets to win it though. But you got the Nets to win.
No, I didn't say win it. I said that they're gonna make it to the playoffs because of the team players that they have on there.
So who's gonna go all the way farther than everybody else?
I for sure see the Lakers making it to the chip.
Yeah,
that's it. But then again, you know what? I don't like really talking about NBA and shit because half of this shit be rigged. It's all politics behind it.
I hear you.
Sound good.
It is politics.
So you think the game is fixed?
When was the last time you hooped?
The last time I hooped, I think it was a year ago.
And you was good? You was all right?
My defense is always elite. That's the only shit I can say it was.
But when did you stop playing?
When I came back from college. I was playing college ball and I came back.
That's what I'm saying.
And life got really hard. It was like, I wasn't getting support like that in college. So I was already working 3 jobs while being on the team and school full time. But when I came home, I automatically started. I had like 3 jobs. I was working nonstop. And basketball, is great if you have a future in it. My future would have been, honestly, believe it or not, swimming. If I would have continued, I definitely would have been an Olympic swimmer by now.
Got you.
Because I was nasty in it. But at the time, I didn't know how good I was.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the proper people around me because if I would have had the same support as I did in basketball and swimming, sky's the limit. But when I came home, they didn't have AAU teams for women my age already, like in the 20s. And the little tournaments that was around here, it was, if you didn't know somebody, it was damn near impossible for you to play on the team. So I was like, you know what? Let me get my money up.
That's what's up, though. You got to play college basketball. A lot of people can't say they did that.
Yeah, I mean, it was JUCO, so
it don't matter.
It wasn't nothing crazy, but I was able to go away and experience that.
That's what I'm saying, and that's the whole thing.
I don't think too many. Actually, I'm the only one in my family out of the women that went away and experienced that.
That's what's up.
I don't.
Your little brother's hooping now, right?
Huh?
Your little brother's hooping, right?
Yeah, he played for Buffalo State.
How's he doing?
I don't think they season. I don't even think they started the season off.
No, they're not gonna play. How's he doing though? How's he doing? Everything good with him?
School-wise, he's doing really good.
What's up?
We trying to push him to finish because he's almost done. But is that time there? You're like, fuck. Do I want to know? I want to do another year. So
he's like 29 years old too, because that mustache he got.
Niggas older than me. Everybody's older than me. He just turned 20 in October.
That's what's up. God bless, man. Right. God bless.
Drew, he looked like a grown man. He
was 11.
Yeah, he don't get ID no more. Now he got a full beard.
Oh yeah, it's over.
He has a full beard. Bobby, I don't know what happened with you, bro, but you want to have a
laser. He did laser surgery on his face.
Nah, he's doing good though. But yeah, I went away and played ball.
That's what's up.
This season's gonna be. I don't know. Again, it's politics. There's a lot of politics shit going on behind closed doors that a lot of people don't know about. I'm just ready for the season to start and we're able to actually go to basketball games because I miss doing that. I miss going to like basketball games. And then this year alone, I told myself I was going to go to different basketball games in different states and I haven't been able to do that.
That's dope.
That's one of my stuff. Like I want to go to.
I've always said that,
yeah.
That's on your bucket list.
How is it that it's so hard for me to get a decent man? I'm cool. I like ESPN. Like I could watch that with somebody.
But you got a 6-year relationship going on. You got to be cool somehow.
You got it, man. What are you talking about?
I'm not engaged yet, or some shit.
Yeah, that's on him.
Like I don't get it. I watch football. I know about football. I even watch golf because my parents like to watch that. Like I watch sports too, and
you're a unicorn, fam. That's what it is.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I gotta wait until like I'm 42 to have my fairy tale.
Yeah, just don't have a Benjamin Button.
I know. I'm good. One of my aunts had one of my aunts had a kid in her 40s, and her son is very smart. Like
that's what's up.
Promising futures there. Like all her sons are smart.
It happens. Janet Jackson had a baby. She's like 60.
She fire though. She still look good.
Yeah. She rich. She could do that.
Right. And her kids are gonna set her up right. So
for sure.
I should wait until I'm 35.
If he waits till you 35, it's more likely.
See, I don't like that. Why is it that men? I don't like that because I've had situations where
I'm messing with you. Yeah, I'm control of that.
Guy tell me, "Yo, I want you to have my kid." Like they dead ass. And I learned. My sister said, when a man tells you that, run, because if you're not ready, he is ready. So he will make sure you're pregnant.
Oh yeah, he's gonna shoot up the club.
Huh?
He's gonna shoot up the club.
Yeah. So when I hear that, when I hear the whole baby talk, I run away. I'm like, oh no, I'm not ready. Like no. So I told one guy, well, actually the one that I was on and off with 6 years.
Yeah.
He's a year younger than me. So he's like, oh, I want to have kids before 30. And I'm like, why? I'm like, why? And he's like, oh, I just don't want to be old. I'm like, trust me, you won't be old. Like, you'll be fine. And the only reason why I was saying that is like, nigga, fuck you, because I turned 30 first than you.
Yeah.
No. So that he's now it's like he keeps bringing it up. Like, oh, when you want to try. And I'm like,
there you go.
I'm like, are you talking? And then every time he does that, I intersect it. I'm like, we gonna live together? You gonna marry me? You gonna call my parents?
You gotta be married first to have a baby, Shay?
Huh?
Do you have to be married before you have a baby?
I think I better have a ring on my finger and I better live with you.
Minimum.
You better make sure you get that ring on the finger.
Like, even if I don't have a ring on my finger yet, I have to live with you.
Okay.
Have to. Off the bat, have to. Because if I can't tolerate the little shit you will do that piss me off in a household, I cannot tolerate you in a marriage. Yeah. And I definitely can't tolerate you when I have a kid.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So no. And that's one of the things that he knows that I tell him. I was like, yo, whenever you're ready, we could do this. Like I'm already at the stage where I was like, yo, I don't want to do this long distance shit. You better figure it out. So he already knows. Gotcha. So if this is a situation where we live together and it's good, because I know there's going to be some challenges naturally.
Of course, nothing's perfect.
Right. So I understand that much, and I'm very understanding. If I can't live with you, sir, no. And the other shit I say to him all the time, I was like, if you see we living together and you have a doubt when it comes to asking me, like if you have a slight doubt, like she might say no. Because I think when a guy proposes, it's like 90. You got a 90% chance. Like you think in your mind, like she's gonna say yeah.
90. If it's 90, I never proposed. I did that shit one time, and I was 100%.
So you would have to be 100. Okay, so I stand corrected. And you, Bobby, it was 100%.
My situation was a little different, but
I gonna bring up your situation, but we can bring that up next topic. But
I agree with you. It should be 100%.
It should be 100% in your mind. So for me, I told him, I'm like, if it's not 100%, like, don't even worry about our families knowing each other. Don't worry about my family liking you, me liking your family liking me. If you feel like I'm gonna say no, if there's a slight chance, don't ask me.
Facts.
I'm like, because chances are
I'm gonna say no.
Feeling that is because we're not there yet.
Yeah.
And I don't get me wrong, I want to get married and all of that, but I refuse to settle.
Yeah.
And if God tells me he is not the one, Sheila, I don't care if I have 10 years with you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck if it's 15 and you want to propose because we have 15 years. No, like it's a dub. So for me, it's like, call me crazy for that. I don't care. Like I'm perfectly being I'm fine being the rich aunt.
Now you gotta know that you can coexist with the person under the same roof before you start a family. You can't start a family on spending weekends with each other. You're never gonna get an idea who that person really is ever.
You have to have you still don't know somebody. Like
even when you live with them.
My dad got mad at my mom the other day because he just found out she wear earplugs to go to sleep because he snore too much. And he got tight. He was livid. And I'm like, you mean to tell me you sleep next to your wife every night? You didn't know? He's like, I had no idea.
She puts him on when he goes to sleep.
And she don't even have she falls asleep first. And she don't even have long hair. My mom chopped her hair off. So how is it that you don't know your shorty wear fucking earplugs because you snore too much?
Because they've been together 35 years. They're like cousins. They don't pay attention to shit like that anymore.
You pay more attention to shit like that.
Nah, man. That's veteran status, yo. They good. I pray to make it that far, but they good. They done seen everything. Like, he ain't worried about that.
My mom said this shit in secret. I came into the room and I see her putting it in. I'm like, Mom, what are you doing? She's like, shh. And I'm like, what do you mean? Tu papá no sabe. Your dad doesn't know. And I'm like, you gotta be joking. He has no idea. And then the next day, I kid you not, he was pissed. And I'm like, why is he so mad? And she's like, because he found out I sleep with earplugs.
The whole time he was talking, she was
the whole 35 years. She ain't been listening.
And I'm like, well, I can't even get mad at her. But I'm like, damn, you should have just told him, like, listen, I don't want to offend you, but I'm sleeping with earplugs. And that's it. And I keep it a buck.
And that's it. And it's a wrap for that.
It's a win-win. Snore all you want, boo. I can't hear you anyways. But
Shayla, I appreciate you stepping out. I appreciate you.
Bobby, I got some questions for you, nigga. Y'all not about to keep asking me questions and you're not.
No. Listen, I brought you to bring the balance. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I got some questions next time.
No, say less. Say less. I appreciate you.
100% blunt, Bob.
Of course. Of course.
100%. You got
I'm that. It was different.
You see the name FOH. I don't give a fuck. Let's talk.
Okay, remember that because this is recorded.
The next one is heat, Bob. The next one is heat.
No, it's gonna put you on blast if he's trying to be like next subject.
Oh, no, I'm good.
I'm coming suited up, shirt and tie ready with the board. Let's go. Let's talk.
I got my little notepad over here.
Yeah.
But, yo, all jokes aside, Shay, I appreciate you, man. Taking your time and supporting us and just coming on here and chatting it up.
You on the team, son. So that's it. We got it on camera. You dig?
I'm down. I feel like there's gonna be so much situation going on with me, so it'll be interesting. Hopefully the girls like it.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope they don't find me on Instagram.
we gonna get to it the way we need to
put my
shit
private now. Like, this is a 7:30 bitch that's on this fucking podcast.
Nah, you good money, man. You good money. You in the building with us. You already know. Thank you for sharing thank you for making the time for this again. And on the next one, we do what we do. You know what I'm saying?
I'm down.
All right, say less.
What, next week or 2 weeks from now?
Whenever you want.
We can do one next week. I'm down.
Say less. We on it.
Talk.
It'll be fun.
You already know.
All right, you guys have a great New Year's.
And thank you
for me in this. This is super fun.
Have fun in Miami and keep your mask on, shorty.
I see. Mask, hand sanitizer, wipes, everything. On
gloves and all that. You already know.
Safe travels.
Yup. And I got to go pick up my dress. All right. I got to see y'all later.
You already know. I think that was cool, son. She pretty dope, balance, and she gonna say what she feels.
Yeah, Shay got no.
Next episode that she on your ass, boy.
Yeah, Shay, yeah, man. I knew Shay since she was a little girl, man, growing up with the family and all that. But yeah, man, she got no limitations, and she bring that other perspective from the female side, and it always works out that way. We see it from both sides. Appreciate it,
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And like I said, this is airing at the top of 2021. So happy New Year's to everyone that is watching or listening. And we got some stuff lined up, so you already know. Thank you again. Episode 1, season 2 of What's the Word podcast. Your boy Dykeman Drew.
Bob FOH, you already know.
Holla at your boy, man. Tune in or you lose.